Have you ever wondered what secrets the world held before the dawn of modern civilization? Picture a time when the world map was still a jigsaw puzzle with missing pieces. Then in the year 1492, Christopher Columbus, an intrepid Italian explorer, dared to sail the uncharted waters. His voyage, sponsored by Spain, led to the discovery of a new world, what we now know as the Americas. Soon, other European nations, driven by a hunger for expansion and wealth, followed suit. The French, the English, the Dutch, all embarked on their own expeditions, exploring and settling in this newfound land. Amidst the wilderness and the unknown, the first colonies began to take root. These colonies, braving the harsh conditions and countless challenges, gradually flourished. They became the foundation stones upon which a new nation would be built. Thus, the stage was set for the birth of a new nation, the United States of America. How did the United States transition from a collection of colonies to a unified nation? It all began with a simmering discontent among the 13 American colonies, primarily due to the taxation imposed by the British Crown without representation in the British Parliament. This discontent eventually boiled over into open rebellion, sparking the American Revolution in the mid-18th century. While the Revolution was a tumultuous and bloody affair, it was also a crucible for unity and nation-building. The colonies rallied around a common cause, fighting for their rights and freedoms. This unity was formally acknowledged with the signing of the Declaration of Independence in 1776, a historic document that asserted the colonies' right to self-governance and their separation from British rule. The Revolutionary War that followed was a hard-fought struggle, but ultimately, the colonies emerged victorious. Yet the victory posed a new challenge: how to govern this newly formed nation. The answer came in the form of the Constitution, a document that would serve as the bedrock of American governance. The Constitution established a federal government with a system of checks and balances, effectively dividing power between three branches: the executive, the legislative, and the judicial. This revolutionary approach to governance, coupled with the Constitution's protection of individual rights, set the foundation for the United States as we know it today. With the Constitution's establishment, the United States began its journey as a new nation. How did the United States grow from a fledgling nation into a powerful country? Let's start our journey with the Louisiana Purchase in the early 19th century. This single event doubled the size of the country overnight, stretching the nation from the Atlantic to the Rocky Mountains. The United States was suddenly a continental power. This was followed by a wave of westward expansion. The allure of fertile lands, gold rushes, and the idea of manifest destiny led many to brave the dangers and hardships of the frontier. Towns sprang up, agriculture flourished, and the nation's borders pushed ever westward. Then came the Industrial Revolution in the mid-19th century, a period of rapid industrial growth that transformed the United States into an economic powerhouse. Factories sprang up across the nation, cities expanded, and the population soared as immigrants flocked to the country in search of a better life. However, this growth was not without its challenges. The nation was torn apart by the Civil War in the 1860s, a conflict that stemmed from deep disagreements over slavery and states' rights. The war was bloody and brutal, but it ultimately led to the abolition of slavery and a stronger federal government. Through trials and triumphs, the United States continued to grow and evolve. And the nation's story is far from over, with each new chapter adding to its rich and complex history. What has shaped the United States into the country we know today? Well, the 20th and 21st centuries have certainly played a significant role. The world wars set the stage, with the United States emerging as a global superpower. Then the Great Depression tested the resilience of the American people, reshaping the country's economic and social policies. The civil rights movement of the mid-20th century marked a turning point, driving monumental change in the pursuit of equality and justice. This era challenged societal norms and sparked a wave of activism that continues to this day. More recently, events like the tragic September 11th terrorist attacks and the COVID-19 pandemic have further tested the nation's resilience. These events have demanded adaptability and unity in the face of adversity. These events have shaped the United States into the diverse and dynamic country it is today. The United States history is a testament to the power of progress and the indomitable spirit of its people.